All right, everyone. Wanted to do an update on the bad boy 1090R. So, for those of you that don't know, this bike I got to replace my 1190R I had a deer with. And I've had this for a while. I got 158 miles on it apparently. And that is maximum 20 miles of road use. So it's got 140 miles off-road. As far as what I've done to it, removed the mirrors, put the heated grips on, which now I'm gonna have to go back to the thin grips like I run on the KTMs. You can see how thin these are. So I've got all kinds of wrist problems, and it makes it a heck of a lot easier to hold on to the bike in awkward kind of angles, and I just like them better. So other than that, I did the bar risers, which are probably 5 millimeters taller than I want. I'm 6'1". Basically I have a full exhaust on it. So I wrap the exhaust so you can ride it in slow speeds and not have the header cook the radiators and the engine block and crankcase and everything. It's also got no cat in it. So I reloaded that back up and then went with the Dominator R pipe, which sounds fantastic. So I saved like 7 pounds on the exhaust, and I put 2 pounds back on it with the header wrap. This also helps suspension performance because it's not heating up the suspension or anything else. Your legs are cooler. I do it on all my super bikes or anything that goes slow. So this bike hasn't seen any street use, so I'm gonna have to do something for fender removal and get rid of those blinkers up there. And these just came in from Italy. These are the Metzeler MC360s in the biggest size they make, which is a 140, what is that? Yeah, 140/80 for it. So I mean, just look at these tires. Compared to the TKC 80s. These are the VRM 401s I've got here. I ran these on my 1190R, so I bought a set for this bike, but I decided to go crazy with it since I'm not gonna run it on the street. And here's what it looks like compared to the MX3S. I mean, this is a full-blown knobby, guys. So, I mean, take a look at these front tires too. This is gonna be, and I'm gonna be able to wheelie this thing, no problem, in the dirt. I mean, I can wheelie it on the asphalt, okay, but in the dirt, that should really be where I can practice wheeling this big boy. But other than that, I did the emissions walk-offs. Bike's running absolutely fantastic. I'm 180 pounds in gear. I'm not sure where I'm at on the compression, but I really had to add a lot because I was bottoming it pretty much everywhere. The rear shock, perfectly fine. I actually haven't changed a single thing on it other than I allowed the rebound to be slightly faster. It was packing, so it didn't have enough, it had too much rebound damping, or the rear wheel, the action of the swing arm was too slow in the rebound direction. So I sped that up, and the bike is unbelievably good. I run in off-road mode all the time. The only thing I need to figure out from you guys is I run it in off-road mode with the ABS on off-road, which means no rear ABS, which is fine. The front's okay. I like having it, at least with these tires, because these are not good in the dirt. So once the knobby's gone, I'll probably just run ABS off. But the main issue is the MTC. If I stall the bike, even if I keep the key, the ignition on, and I stall it, I don't even hit this, on or off. It's just, I stall the bike, it won't, when I restart it, it puts the traction control back on, which is a very bad thing, especially on a hill. And I had this issue on my 1190R. This little sensor in here, there's supposed to be a push rod when you pull in the clutch, so it tells the bike the clutch is engaged, so I can't restart it on a hill or anything a couple times, so I dropped it because I couldn't restart the bike and just couldn't get the bike out of gear to get it back into neutral to start it. So I made a pin for it, and apparently the pin came out when I was riding it this weekend. So if you can give me some advice there, that would be fantastic. But man, I am excited to get these tires on today. I mean, just look at that, it's crazy. And gonna have to sell this windscreen here. I mounted it to see what it looked like since I thought I was gonna ride the bike on the street, and then I never rode it. So that's gonna be for sale. So stay tuned, guys. I'm going to do lots of off-road riding videos here. I got a chest cam mount for my GoPro, so should be good. All right, guys, cheers.